Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Sumet Chatterjee. I'm a flow state specialist. To those of you watching me for the first time, welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, okay? Today we're going to be talking all about mastering your focus. I want to share with you guys a bunch of concentration exercises that will drastically improve your focus and your quality of life. The first thing to note is a lot of these exercises are going to be pretty tedious, monotonous, and unexciting, okay? You will be unenthused by them. But as you start to drill them more and more and more, you're taking control of your body and you're taking control of your mind and your spirit. So it's important to understand that this is a process of regulation. There's only trained focus and untrained focus. Once you train your focus, you'll get better at concentrating. Number one, pay attention to your spinal cord. Okay, normally we think that our spine ends here. It actually connects to our brainstem, correct? So we need to understand how to really undulate the spine, okay? Whether that is through hanging, get on a bar and just hang and then undulate. You can keep your legs down on a bench or something. That will really help. Or you can just practice undulating your spine either on a yoga mat. Just keeping your spine nice and fluid. This is a rehearsal technique. When you're in the meeting, you're not like, "Ooh, man." Let's say, for example, you're in a meeting. You're losing focus, you're getting distracted. What do? You simply pay attention to your spine. As you pay attention to each spinal vertebrae, you'll start to notice that now this area, which is the battlefield, is pushing more blood into your brain to actually concentrate and focus. Another thing to do is I love to imagine my blood flowing through my system, okay? Like actually being pumped out by the aorta and the blood and then going through the little capillaries and going into the ends of my fingers and ends of my toes and completely filling me up with blood flow. This also takes away the excess energy that sometimes might be going up to your brain if you're too anxious. Number two, power naps, okay? Take as many power naps as you want. I know it's difficult to get a full night's rest at times, especially if you're living, in entropy and chaos. Or you're just in this college student lifestyle, man. And let's say that you're more laid back than preferred. Okay, power naps. These are great because they will give you a quick boost of energy. A great addition to this would be to do some Kriya Yoga. Specifically, I love the spinal twist exercise that you can do right after you get up from the power nap. So you get that extra energy boost. So very simple. Kind of like two little birds like this on top of your shoulders. Squeeze your organs as you inhale to one side. Squeeze your organs out as you exhale to the other side. Okay, so oh, I love me some Kriya Yoga in the morning with a little bit of croissant. Let's go. Next thing is purpose statements. Purpose statements, okay? I've talked about power words before on this channel, but not purpose statements. A purpose statement is something that you write down and then you walk away from, letting your subconscious mind solve the problem or this purpose. So for instance, let's say the purpose of your day is to finish this one project or write these 2 emails. You actually write down, my purpose today is blank. When you live more purposefully, you have more clear goals in mind. More clear goals, avoiding distractions, you're in the zone, you're in the flow state. So in the morning, just write down, what is my purpose for this task? What is the clear outcome that I'm looking for? Number 4, doing something called brain gym. I recommend this to all of my high-end clients and local clients, all of them, to balance out and synchronize your hemispheres, because some people are too lopsided. Either they're too intellectual or they're too creative. We need to find a way to blend both worlds so you can live from that genius frequency, that genius zone. A very, very simple and easy one that you can do is simply doing this, okay, and breathing into the stretch, okay? Number 5, make sure you practice reading slower, okay? When you're overthinking, your mind is going super fast, okay? Lightning speed fast. To slow that mind down, you want to either consciously write or consciously read. Once you can read slower, you're getting better recall. It's sinking deeper into your mind what you're actually reading, so you can get better understanding and comprehension. This is why it's not good to leave things to the last moment, because you can't do this conscious, slow reading practice where you slow it down and you take in every single word. Number 6, a lot of us know that we keep a to-do list in order to be productive, but for me, I flipped it on its head and understood how to keep a not to-do list. So a not to-do list would be, let's say you're doing your project, you have like a scrap sheet next to you, like a scrap piece of paper next to you, and it's almost like taking notes, okay? So let's say that you're watching something or doing something or learning something and you get a distracting thought, okay? Megan Fox in a bikini. You write that down on your not to-do list. Stop thinking about Megan Fox in a bikini, bro. What the hell, okay? And just put the thing down, okay? Now I'm thinking of sports. I write down sports on the not to-do list. So any distracting symbolism and thoughts coming in that just spike me out of my flow, I just write it down. And at the end of the practice, I can also burn that or like crunch that paper up and just throw it away, right? Having a not to-do list is very powerful because sometimes we'll have weird thoughts come onto our mind, right? Some weird trauma response while reading an article, some random thing that shows up, that pops up in our minds that we're like, whoa, I thought I dealt with this already, right? What's happening here? You want to practice bookmarking your thoughts, almost like, okay, I'll think of this issue at 7:30. Number 7, the yantra symbol, okay? This is the yantra symbol. There's many different kinds of yantras, okay? Many different styles and many different kinds of yantras, but mainly if you stare at the center point of one of these, it's meant to improve your concentration, but there's a lot of blessings, abundance, prosperity, oftentimes associated with different deities, Sri yantras, okay? This is like a focusing instrument. So if you can use a yantra or even just a symbol, if you don't resonate with this whole symbolism, that's fine. You can figure out what is a symbol that really speaks to me and that I can use to concentrate. Change your phone background to this, change your, things around your room where you can look at things and practice a little bit above eye level. You have one of these, you keep looking at it. So I have one which is primarily associated with Shivaji, okay? So very, very powerful. Just looking at the center of this dot. So what I'll do is I'll just look at the center of this dot and I'll time myself, let's say 1 minute. In between a break, in between as I'm doing something, and my concentration will be a lot sharper because I've let that space and that silence kind of bring me into the single pointedness or the single pointed focus at this dot, okay? The last thing I want you to practice is an exercise which is incorporating body obeying mind. Your voluntary muscles will be under your conscious control. With this, you simply, let's say you do this with a glass. I'm doing it with a coffee cup right now. You hold it in front of you, like so. And now what I want to be doing is, I want to just be looking through the glass. And I want to make sure that there's minimal movement, no movement. Keeping that for a moment, and then switching hands or arms, and you do the same thing. Okay, you can keep this for 30 seconds and you can do it in 5 rounds. But these exercises, okay, so going through them again. Number 1, working with the spinal cord. Number 2, power naps. Number 3, purpose statements. Number 4, brain gym. Number 5, reading slower. Number 6, keeping a not to-do list. Number 7, having a yantra or a concentration symbol that you practice with. It can also be a virtuous object, right? And lastly, number 8, controlling your muscles voluntarily so you have a sense of control. The involuntary muscle movements are becoming voluntary through this practice, right? I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have an incredible day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Let's get it. Upward Spiral Gang. Hit that like and subscribe button. Join the Telegram group. Join primalsutragroup.com, primalsutra.com. Let's get it. May we never be the same again. Boss.